Okay, good morning everyone. So let us start with the class. We were discussing dimension analysis applications and its limitation. Already application and limitation is over. Just I wanted to teach you once again how to derive the new relations by using dimension analysis method. By using dimension analysis method, how you can derive the new relation. One we have seen already, right? So here we will see few more. That is what is that, force acting, centripetal force derivation we wanted to see that day, right? So that derivation of centripetal force we will see now. So there were some small mistakes, so once again we will rectify and once again we will derive that derivation. See, we told that the centripetal force depends on mass of the body. It depends on mass of the body m, and it depends on velocity or the speed with which it is moving and the radius factor, okay, and the radius of the body. So here if you see this one, you can write that the mass we will take to the power a and velocity we will take it to the power b and radius we will take it to the power c, okay. The centripetal force depends on the mass, velocity and radius. I'll take it as to the power a, b, c. So after taking this as to the power a, b, c, what I'll write here, I'll take equal to sign, and here I'll just write RHS and LHS dimension formula. What is the dimension formula for force here? The dimension formula for force, it is written as, it is m l t. It is m l t to the power m to the power 1, l to the power 1, t to the power minus 2. This is for force we are taking, and this one I'll name it as equation 1. This one I'll name it as equation 2. Please concentrate properly, then only you will understand, because it is very difficult to convince you this one through especially this online classes. What I have written, f is equal to m to the power a, v to the power b and r to the power c. That is your equation 1. हमें क्या करना है, ए बी सी का वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना है इधर. हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ ए बी सी, दैट वी विल सी. फर्स्ट write the dimension formula for this force, that is given by m raised to 1, l raised to 1, t raised to minus 2. This is for force, that is you can take it as LHS is equal to. Next I'll write it for RHS is equal to. So RHS terms are what here, m, v and r. This is equal to, you can write the dimension formula for mass. It is m, only write m because mass dimension formula क्या है हमारा, m है. Next you have velocity or it is speed. So the dimension formula for this, it is l t raised to minus 1, l t raised to minus 1. Then next we have radius. Radius is nothing but what, it is l. Are you getting till here? Any difficulty, students? Now here whatever to the power you have, just write to the power. Here we have m to the power in equation 1, it is a. In equation 1, that is speed, to the power you will get it as b. Then next, that's radius, to the power you will get it as c. Till here any doubt? Till equation after 2, then the next step. One more step I'll write. See, this is equal to, I'll write it as m to the power, here nothing is there, only m to the power, we have a, correct. L to the power, here it is b and here it is c, therefore it becomes b plus c. Then t to the power, it is minus b. Till here any doubt? Many students are not understanding this concept. Please concentrate properly. Do you have any doubt till now? Okay, I hope everyone is sure till this step. Now you see this. Okay, अभी देखो क्या करना है हमें. Why I am stressing this more, because sometimes this question will come for 5 marks. 5 marks का question नहीं है. So listen carefully. Means they may ask you this or they may ask you some other derivations also. You should be able to do that. आपको आने चाहिए. इसीलिए कैसे करना है देखो, सिर्फ स्टेप्स को याद करते जाओ. Okay, first LHS dimension formula, RHS dimension formula. Next, just equating and simplifying. That's it. Okay, we will see next. So this I'll name it as equation 3. After this, what I am doing, I am equating equation 2 and equation 3. Equating equation 2 and equation 3. How you can write it? See, m to the power here, what we have? A. In equation 2, what is there? M to the power, it is 1. Therefore, we can write it as A is equal to 1. We can write it as A is equal to 1 here, right? This is by equating equation 2 and equation 3. That is A is equal to, you are getting 1. Next, here L to the power, this is B plus C. Here L to the power 1. So, simplify this step properly. That only we were doing mistake again and again last class. And you people were sitting quiet. किसी ने भी नहीं बोला. Only one student had sent me later answer. That was correct. So B plus C is equal to what is there? It is B plus C is equal to 1. Okay. Now I'll write B is equal to 1 minus C. Right? B is equal to what you will get? You will get it as B is equal to, it is 1 minus C. Is it correct? Everyone understood this step? Bold is clearly visible. This step is clear to everyone. We have B plus C is equal to 1. Therefore, B को इधर ही रखो, C को उस तरफ के ले तो क्या होता है? Minus C होता है, right? It is not there in the textbook. This is extra sum what I am solving. It is not there in the textbook. See, you will get B plus C is equal to 1. Therefore, B is equal to 1 minus C. अभी मैं क्या करती हूँ, इसको equation 4 name करती हूँ, so that I'll understand while substituting the terms. Okay, concentrate properly. Now, T to the power, here we have minus B. Here we have T to the power minus 2. Therefore, it is minus B is equal to minus 2. Therefore, B is equal to, it is 2. अभी हमको क्या क्या मिला? A to the value मिला, B to the value मिला, B का 2 मिला, I का 1 value. A value is 1, B value is 2. Now you see what is the value of C. How to calculate the value of C? Here instead of writing B is equal to 1 minus C, you can also write it as C is equal to 1 minus B. कैसे भी करो same ही answer आएगा आपको. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just substitute the value of B in equation 4. Listen this carefully. I am substituting the value of B in equation 4. So if I substitute the value of B in equation 4, what I am going to get? So B is 2 is equal to 1 minus C. Therefore, minus C is equal to 2 minus 1. Okay, this becomes what? It is 2 minus 1 is what? 1. That is equal to minus C. Therefore, C is equal to minus 1. Everyone just see the value of A, B, C from the board. If anybody has any doubt, you can ask. गौर से देखो, कुछ doubt है इधर? Just check. B plus C is equal to, it is 1. Therefore, B is equal to 1 minus C. C value how you will get? From equation 4. From equation 4 what you can do? B is equal to 2 is equal to 1 minus C it is. Therefore, 2 minus 1 is equal to minus C. Therefore, 2 minus 1 is 1 is equal to minus C. Therefore, you will get it as C is equal to minus 1. Is it right? Aisha, it is 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. Means however you will transfer, like that you will get. Correct है वो. C का value minus 1 आता है देखो. 2 minus 1 is, it is 1 only. But there you have minus C. Therefore, C is equal to minus 1. Understood everyone? A, B, C value. Okay, done. Now just substitute A, B, C value in your equation 1. So if I substitute A, B, C value in your equation 1, I am going to get it as, see, so we have F is equal to equation 1, M, V, R, M to the power A. What is your A value? C. A value is nothing but it is 1. B value, what is your B value? It is 2. What is C value? It is -1. Therefore, I can write it as mv square divided by r. R to the power 1 aega, that is nothing but r here. So this is the expression for centripetal force when the body is moving in a circular path. This is the expression for centripetal force. This you are proving it by using dimension analysis method. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, if you want you can take k, or else you can leave the k. K is just some random constant it is. In case of time period we have taken, here we have not taken because here we were knowing the final expression, that is mv square divided by r. ये तो भी कुछ problem नहीं है. At the end you can substitute k is equal to 1 here. Okay, if you take also no problem. Is it clear, everyone? Check full derivation once and copy down this actually, because I think whatever notes I have sent you, in that it is not there, so you can copy down the sum. Okay, I'll just wait 1 minute. I hope everyone copied this. One student replied he copied, then others. What about others? Copied, all have copied. सबने लिखा है, समझ में आया सबको? Any doubt, girls, boys? Okay, once today you just read this one. If you have any doubt, you can ask. कुछ डाउट नहीं है ना किसी को भी? सिर्फ मतलब ऐसे स्टेप्स याद रखो. पहले क्या करते हो, जो भी क्वेश्चन रहता है उसके ऊपर इक्वेशन 1 लिखना है. देखो, see once again I'll explain you the step. What you will do, you will just write equation 1 by reading the question. Force depends on mass, velocity, radius, or else some other questions. For example, time period of a simple pendulum depends on length and acceleration due to gravity. Or for example, some other explanation like force depends on mass and acceleration. कौन सा भी स्टेटमेंट रहने दो, क्या करना है हमें? इक्वेशन 1 दैट हियर इट इज f इज इक्वल टू और t इज इक्वल टू क्या रहता है? दैट इज इक्वल टू विच वैल्यूज आर देयर, मास, वेलोसिटी, लेंथ, क्या क्या है वो लिखो. उसके बाद में क्या करते हो आप लोग? टू द पावर यू विल टेक इट एज a b c. कितने टर्म्स है उतना पावर लेना है. इफ इट इज a b ओनली 2 टर्म्स a b, yes, only dimensions you have to read. And if 3 terms ABC, 4 terms ABCD. Okay, equation 1 हुआ, equation 2 हुआ. बाद में क्या करते हो? LHS का dimension formula and RHS dimension formula. Just write both the dimensions formulas. And after that, here this step is important. Equation 3. Whatever to the power A, m to the power, L to the power, T to the power. O add कैसे करना है ना? O एक पता रहना चाहिए. देखो, समझ में आ रहा है? Then after that, you can just compare your equation 2 and 3. So calculate ABC, substitute in equation 1. कौन सा भी दिए तो सबको करने को आता है ना? Okay, this one, and in your notes one is there, just copy that. Maximum times they have asked these 2 questions only. By chance if any new question comes, that time you have to do it by yourself. So only try to remember the steps. So this completes completely that application part of your dimension analysis. Limitations also we have discussed already. I'll just revise first 2 points and last 2 points I'll complete it today. Right. Okay. See here. So next what we are going to study? Next we have limitations of dimension analysis. So in case of limitations of dimension analysis, here you will see first limitation. What is your first limitation? As I told you, there are some physical quantities which have same dimension formula. For example, work and energy. Work and energy have same dimension formula as m L raised to 2 T raised to -2. So when 2 physical quantities have same dimension formula, it is difficult to understand which physical quantity it is. Suppose if I write the dimension formula like this, m l raised to t raised to minus 2. And I'll ask some students who is sitting in the class which dimension quantity it is, which physical quantity it is. Some will say work, some will say energy. And in energy also, some may say kinetic energy, some may say potential energy. So that time here what happens? The confusion occurs. Therefore, the first drawback of this dimension analysis, or the first limitation is how many physical quantities are there. We don't have that many dimension formulas. We have limited dimension formula. फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज बहुत है, मास, लेंथ, वेलोसिटी, दिस फोर्स, वेट, प्रेशर, डेंसिटी, ऐसे बहुत है, मगर डायमेंशन फॉर्मूला किस किसी का तो सेम है. फॉर दैट रीजन this is the first limitation. How many physical quantities are there? That many dimensions formula we have. This is the first limitation. What is the second limitation? You cannot calculate dimensions if the equations are in the form of addition or subtraction. मतलब आप क्या करते हो, सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट में रहा तो डेरिवेशन कर सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी हैव सीन टाइम पीरियड डेरिवेशन, वी हैव सीन दैट सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स डेरिवेशन. दोनों में क्या था देखो, डिवीजन नहीं तो प्रोडक्ट था, करेक्ट है. एडिशन सब्सट्रैक्शन रहा तो इक्वेशन में, सच इक्वेशंस यू कैन नॉट डिराइव बाय यूजिंग dimension analysis method. Because suppose if the terms comes like this, something L plus 2L, क्या करोगे इसमें? According to mathematical formula you need to add this one, correct, or you can take common. So such things occurs when it is addition or subtraction. So this is the second drawback, that you cannot apply dimension analysis method for addition and except product and division. This is the second limitation. Then what is the third limitation here? Third limitation we will take it as, what is your third limitation? You can calculate, that is you cannot calculate the dimensions of physical constant or numbers. You cannot calculate the dimension formula for numerical constant. For example, if the equation is something like this, s is equal to ut plus half at square. अभी ये हाफ का क्या करोगे आप लोग? हाफ को हम लोग डायमेंशन फॉर्मूला ही नहीं. So what you will do with this half? For that reason, that is also the drawback or the limitation of what your dimension analysis formula. You cannot calculate numerical constants, its dimension formula. For example, you have volume of the sphere as what? 4/3 pi r cube. 4/3 का क्या करोगे? 4/3, what is the dimension formula here? Therefore here what we say, we cannot calculate the dimension formula for numerical constant. Is it clear everyone? So three dimension limitations are over. Is it clear? First one, it is applicable only for product and division. Second one, you cannot calculate the dimensions of a numerical constant. Third one, that is there are some physical quantities which have same dimensions formula, So these are the three limitations of your dimension analysis. And the last one, that is, listen. Suppose if I have some equations which is containing both work and energy. If there is an equation which is containing work and energy, for example, just one quantity, W is equal to, work is equal to, I have energy divided by time. What is the dimension formula for work? M raised to m, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2. What is the dimension formula for energy? M, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2. Correct? So here what happens, if the student write the dimension formula, it is difficult to understand which dimension formula it is. That we cannot understand by using dimension analysis method. Okay. So if here three physical quantities are there, but out of three, two are having the same dimension formula, that time it is difficult to understand which dimension formula you have written. Okay, suppose the equation if it is represented as only by dimension formula, तभी आपको क्या समझ में आएगा, वर्क इधर है क्या इधर है, एनर्जी इधर है क्या इधर है, समझ में नहीं आएगा. करेक्ट. सो दिस इज द फोर्थ एंड द लास्ट लिमिटेशन ऑफ योर dimension analysis. Is it clear everyone? We have 4 dimension analysis limitations. First one, we don't have more dimension formulas. How we have so many physical quantities. Second one, that is numerical constants. We cannot find this dimension formula. Third one, it is applicable only for product and division. Fourth, if the equation consists of 3 or 4 terms, उसमें से 2 सेम डायमेंशन फॉर्मूला का रहा तो क्या होता है, हमें फिर से कंफ्यूजन होता है कौन सा डायमेंशन फॉर्मूला है. इज इट क्लियर ऑल द लिमिटेशंस? इज इट क्लियर एवरीवन? So motion in a straight line. In this chapter, what all contents you are going to study? Chapter is very simple because already you have studied in your school time. You have studied this chapter in your school time. Just we are seeing just few new terms. Other than that, we have all studied terms. That is different concepts you will study here. Means why motion occurs, how many types of motions you have. Then after that, we have the terms to describe the motion like distance, displacement, then we have velocity, speed, acceleration. So we are defining some terms in this chapter. Then after that we have acceleration. That is next we have nature of the graph for different types of motion, and we have main concept that is equation of motion. So what is this equation of motion? Equation of motion in the sense, in school you have studied, see, S is equal to ut plus half at square. Then next v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Then next you have v is equal to u plus at. We are going to derive these equations. So that one part is important for 5 marks, and nature of the graph is there. So that nature of the graph, that is also important for 5 marks. Okay, not 5 marks, sorry, 3 marks. So like this chapter is out of, okay, this chapter will come around 7 to 8 marks. It carries 7 to 8 marks, but maximum 7 marks will be there, because 5 marks one question will be fixed from this chapter. Either they will ask you derivation of that 3 equations, or they will ask you numericals. We need to start with our numericals from this lesson. Is it clear everyone? What are the contents of this lesson? So here, that is, voice is not audible clearly. Okay, I'll just do introduction. I'll not start with the lesson. Here, whatever this motion in a straight line you are studying, this chapter comes under the branch of physics called as mechanics. Comes under mechanics branch. Okay, so in physics, as I told you, it has many branches. So what are the branches of physics here? If you are studying related to optics, then optics includes light and its phenomena. If you are studying that is related to mechanics, in mechanics you will study that is whatever the motion, why this motion occurs, what is the cause for that, how many types of motion is there. So related to motion and rest of the body, that you will study it under mechanics here. So mechanics is nothing but what? It is the branch of physics which deals with the bodies in motion and rest, which deals with the bodies under motion or rest. So that branch of physics is called as what? Mechanics here. Okay, then we have defined, or we have used 2 terms. One is what? Rest, and the other one is what? Motion. So what do you mean by rest and motion? In your school days you have heard of these terms, no? Motion and rest. Can anybody tell me what is motion, what is rest? in your language, anything you can define in any of the language. कौन से भी लैंग्वेज में डिफाइन करो चलता है. What is rest? What is motion? Already you have studied in your school. Just any idea when motion occurs? It is not audible clearly. It's okay. You just define motion and rest. Motion is change in position of an object with the time. Yes, right. Can anybody tell me what is the cause for motion? Okay, Aisha, your answer is right. Pranjali, yes, somewhat it is right when it moves from its initial position. Okay. Can anybody tell me what is the cause for the motion of the body? Cause. Cause means reason. What is the reason why this motion of the body occurs? What is the cause? Not velocity and acceleration. Okay, suppose if you are in front of you, you have a book or a pen. Okay. Yes, Pranjali, your answer is right. See, unless and until you touch that pen, the pen will not change its position, right? The pen will not change its position. So here, force is responsible for what? Force is responsible motion of the body. Force is responsible for the motion of the body here, right? Okay, so whatever the topic is there, that we will continue in the next class. The session will end in 1 minute. Last 1 minute is remaining. Okay, tomorrow we will continue with this topic. Right? Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you.